Hello! So I'm back with another day in my life at UCLA, and this is actually from winter quarter. So I woke up at 7:25, and to be honest, that's a little earlier than I normally would have woken up at, and that's just because I wanted to film this video. So I made my bed, brushed my teeth, got ready, and I left. And I had to be really quiet because my roommates were still sleeping, but I had a morning class to go to. And so if I have time, I like to get B plate, so you'll see that later. And I have to take the elevator because I live on the 10th floor. And the elevators in Dykstra for some reason take forever. But that's okay because Dykstra is the closest to campus. So I'm taking the elevator down. A common theme in this video and a lot of the videos I film, it's probably stairs. There are a ton of stairs and hills at UCLA, and so I'm getting B plate to go. That's the B plate mat, and B plate to go closes at I think 10 a.m. Yeah, so I like to get a peanut butter and oat smoothie there, and you get a side with it. And now I'm walking to campus. So it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for me to walk to my classes, which isn't too bad. I'm pulling out this lecture supplement that my professor made, and this is basically all of the lecture slides that he shows in class, and I just take notes on it. And here's my peanut butter and oat smoothie, my favorite thing ever, and there's me during lecture not paying attention, obviously. But now I'm paying attention, kind of, and you can see how many empty seats there are, which is really weird because I remember my first two general chemistry classes were packed. But I guess since this was an 8 a.m., not that many people wanted to show up. But we were going over amino acids, so that's what that is. And I'm taking notes. See guys, I'm paying attention, right? Even though I'm filming. And I'm checking my schedule just so I know what I'm doing. And I had a chemistry discussion after lectures, so I get there pretty early, or earlier than other people, so that's just what an empty discussion room looks like. And now I'm heading to Volunteer just so I can rest for a little bit because I had a fundraiser to go to for one of the clubs that I'm in, and I just had some free time, so I sat in C's Cafe, which my freshman year I didn't know about, so it's kind of hidden in Volunteer, but it's just a little cafe where you can buy some snacks, buy coffee. They have 50-cent coffee during happy hour. I've never gotten it, but my friend says it's pretty good. But people study in there, and here it is. So as you can see, I am just reviewing the chemistry lecture that he went through today, and those are the amino acids that I drew out. And here is the fundraiser. So this is for my club. It's called CDO, and that stands for Clinical Dental Outreach. We actually get to dental assist in a clinic in California, and these are my friends from the club. The really tall guy back there was the co-president, and this is us. So I wanted to take a selfie, and I'm using a selfie stick because the guy back there named Derek, he brought a selfie stick to the fundraiser. I don't know why, but I basically took a video with it. and I screenshotted it for the picture. And then after that I went to office hours for OChem, and in the back, the guy back there is the TA, and he is amazing. He explains things so clearly, and for discussions, I actually wasn't enrolled in his discussion, but I went anyways, and he makes worksheets for everybody, and then he sends detailed solutions and notes via email to all of his students. So I found that really, really helpful. And so after that, I had another lecture for health psychology, and yeah, Wednesdays were my busiest days during winter quarter, and I can insert a little screenshot of my schedule here just so you can see what my week looks like a general week. And so this is a Fowler Museum, and I'm just going to show you the lecture room really quickly. And this lecture is 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then I went to office hours, and I got there early again, so I just wanted to film the empty classroom, and this is what it looked like out the window, which is really interesting to me because I've never seen the inverted fountain from a higher perspective, so that's pretty cool. And if you don't know what the inverted fountain is, it's a tradition at UCLA where you touch the water during orientation, and then you can't touch it again until you graduate, or else a quarter gets added on to your time here. And I finally get to go back to the hill, and this is one of the most dreaded hills that I personally do not like because, you know. But yeah, I'm just going back to Dykstra really quickly because I wanted to change into some clothes. And I'm a little weird because I like wearing comfortable clothes when I study. I don't really like studying in jeans. So yeah, I'm just going to change my clothes really quickly. But I made a quick stop at the printing lab, which is connected to Denev, right next to Dykstra, which is really convenient when I need to print a paper or something. But I'm just logging into my account, and if you live on the hill, I believe you get $5 in printing credit at this lab and other labs in the hill. So I'm logging in, and it was really hot that day, so that's what I'm telling you guys right there, and that's my reflection on a trash can. I don't know why I filmed that, but yeah, so UCLA recently added this thing called WEPA, I'm still not sure how you pronounce it, but you basically put your Bruin card in, and on the computer you send it to this printing system and you print it right there. You can use your WEPA credit, or you can charge it onto your Bruin bill account. But I was using the credit that UCLA gave me, and I just printed that one paper really quickly, and I'm back in the elevator to go up to the 10th floor to go into my room and change clothes. So I am swiping into my room, as you can see right here. And now I'm going back down the steps of Denev to go to Hedrick Study. And Hedrick Study, they just opened it, I think it was winter quarter. Yeah, it was this quarter. And I love Hedrick Study. It is my favorite study spots on campus, and I literally live there during midterms and especially finals week. I'm there all the time, and I just really like it because it's very quiet, and I hate studying in my room because I get tired, I get distracted, and I never get anything done, and it's really dark in there. But Hedrick Study has a lot of different styles of study areas, if I'm describing that correctly, but I'll show you guys when I get there the different kinds of study rooms that they have. And what's awesome is that they have a cafe connected to it so that you can use your swipes to buy things like coffee, sandwiches, pizza, kombucha, really bougie, right? And that to the left with the big windows, that's Rendezvous, which is also a to-go swipe place. And of course more stairs to get to Hedrick. I think that's what Hedrick is known for, is a lot of stairs and a lot of walking up the big hill. So I'm kind of glad I didn't live there the first 2 years that I lived in the dorms. So yeah, this is Hedrick Study. So this is the first room. A lot of people call this the zoo because, as you can see, there are windows outside where people can look at you while you're studying. But I really like this. It's really quiet, and can we just admire the ceiling? That's my roommate right there. But yeah, the ceiling is a beautifully painted, I think it's painted. I don't know, but it's a sky, like a sunset sky, and I really like this room because it is super bright in here and quiet, so I get a lot of work done. And this is a private study room that you can reserve for 2 hours maximum, so that's my friend. I locked him out of the room, but now I let him in. So yeah, I really like these rooms too. It has a huge window which brings in a lot of natural lighting, and they have TV screens that you can hook up your laptop to, so if you want to watch lectures or if you want to listen to music, it'll play on a speaker and you can watch it on the screen. And recently I've been spending a lot of my time in this thing I call the blue room, where a lot of UCLA students call the blue room because, as you can see, it's blue. Apparently the blue light is supposed to keep you awake or something. I don't know. I tried reading an article about it, but yeah. I got a personal desk in the blue room, and this is what my study space was set up as that day. And of course the amino acids are back, and that's my corner of snacks in the back with my water bottle. And I'm watching Bruincast for the OChem lecture because I was a little confused, and rewatching lectures really helped me. And oh my gosh, I'm so weird, but this is my attempt to open an orange with an extremely thick peel. And I don't know why I recorded this, but I'm just gonna put this in the video because why not? But I was trying to use a pencil to open it because I am not kidding you, this thing was like an inch thick. Okay, maybe not an inch thick, but it was really thick, and I actually really don't like opening oranges, but they taste so good, and I just wanted to eat it while I was watching this lecture. So yep, I tried to open it, but it didn't really work, and that is how far I got into that orange. So I just put it to the side because there was no way I was getting into that. And I made some flashcards for my amino acids, and I'm watching a YouTube video on different OChem concepts. A way I really love to study chemistry is by watching YouTube videos because sometimes I don't really understand what the professor is talking about. So I watch copious amounts of YouTube videos, which really helps me grasp the main concepts and understand a lot of things. And this is Kelly. She was my first year roommate, and I love her so much. Yeah, she actually found my channel. So I don't really tell people what my YouTube channel is, like people I know, but somehow people have found it, which is really embarrassing. But anyways, I was watching these videos that my health psych professor put up for us to watch, and I was filling out one of the worksheets that he made, and this is Hedrick Study Coffee. Really yummy, helps keep me awake, and I got a pizza with vegan cheese, which is really interesting, and it was really good. As you can see, I'm really excited about this pizza that you can make yourself. You can choose the different toppings, the type of cheese, and the sauce that you want. And Kelly and I were done studying around, I think it was like 11:30 p.m. or something, so we were just walking together outside.
It's cold. Is she cold? Hi! Welcome to Justina's vlog. I don't think it's cold.
So I just walked back to Sprout with her, which is where she lived. and she's actually studying abroad in Japan right now, which is really exciting, and I miss her so much. I actually didn't get to see her at all spring quarter because she was in Japan then too. And so I got back at around 11:36. It only takes like 7-ish minutes to walk up to Hedrick, maybe not even 7 minutes. And after a certain time, I think 9 p.m., there's access controls in dorm halls, so you have to swipe in, and if you have guests, you have to swipe your guests in, just a security thing, and you have to swipe in to get to the elevators, and this is my room. So Dykstra does not have AC because it is a classic hall, so this is what I did. I attached this USB fan to my laptop and I stuck it on top of my bed, or the bed above me. And here's my roommate. Her setup is so cute. Her fairy lights spell out joyful, and she really likes Zooms, so she has like a stack of them right there. But yeah, I just listened to music and kind of chilled for the rest of the night, and that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching and putting up with all of my talking. I'll see you guys next time.